Hi, I'm Callum Avery. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one and help me reach 7,000 subscribers. Thank you. If you'd asked me a year ago whether my marriage was solid, I'd have said yes without a second thought. Not because I was naive, but because I believed in the little things: loyalty, kindness, shared humor, honesty. My wife, Marley Quinn, had a spark I admired. Quick-witted, sharp-tongued, bold. I thought I loved that fire. I thought I understood it, but I was wrong. That night star like any other gathering at a friend's house. Warm lights, soft music, the clinking of glasses, laughter spilling over from long weeks of work. I wasn't a party person, but Marley loved having me there. Or at least I like to think she did. Her sister Juniper June arrived late where Marley was bold and loud. June was calm, soft, grounded. People were naturally drawn to her. She had a presence you couldn't fake, but nothing could prepare me for what she said later. It started with a joke. Marley, in her usual dramatic flair, riddled how we met. She teased. I rolled my eyes. The group laughed. It was our rhythm. But then she went further, swirling her drink like it had a life of its own. Sometimes I think I should have picked my ex instead, she said casually. The laughter that followed wasn't playful. It was sharp, uneasy. My chest tightened, but I stayed calm. Years of marriage had taught me the art of patience, the practice of keeping composed face even when your heart pounds. I smiled slowly, the kind of smile that doesn't reach your eyes. I regret choosing you over your sister, I said lightly. The laughter died instantly. People froze. Marley's face drained of color. She blinked, angry, shocked. Try and find her footing. Before she could speak, June stepped forward. We can fix that, she said quietly, but clearly enough for everyone to hear. The room went silent. Marley's face twisted in disbelief. What does that mean? She hissed. June didn't hesitate. It means you shouldn't joke about regretting your husband when someone else might see his value. A few people shifted uncomfortably. The tension was thick. My heart pounded, not with excitement, but disbelief. Marley tried to laugh it off. It's just a joke, she said. It's not, June replied. Marley turned to me, searching for reaction. She knew she could manipulate, but I gave her none. I looked at her calmly. The way you look at a painting you study for years and suddenly see it differently. It's fine, I said softly. You made your point. After that night, Marley clung to me, overcompensating with touches and small talk. But the fracture was already there. Sometimes a marriage doesn't break with betrayal or screaming. It breaks quietly through jokes to sharp, truth to real. Spoken at the wrong time to the wrong people. The ride home was silent, not the comfortable kind, but tense, swollen with unsaid words. She kept glancing at me, trying to read an expression I no longer offered at the house. She tried to restart normally, but the damage had already sunk in. Inside, she paced while I set my keys down. So now June is interested in you, she asked, her voice sharp. I didn't answer. I hadn't processed it myself. You like what she said, didn't you? She accused. She stood up for me, I said calmly. Her shoulders slumped for a moment, not with understanding, but with fear. Fear that she'd gone too far. She didn't apologize. That wasn't her style. Instead, she tried to erase the night with forced charm. But I didn't bend. I stayed. I watched. I thought about June's words. Not flirtation, not invitation, just truth. The truth that someone else might see my worth when my wife had forgotten it. At 2 a.m., my phone buzzed. A message from June. I'm sorry for tonight. You didn't deserve that. Simple, honest, gentle, everything Marley would never be. I typed back, thank you. I appreciate it. She replied instantly. If you ever need to talk or just breathe, you know where I am. I didn't answer. Not because I didn't want to, but because I needed clarity, not comfort. The next morning, Marley tried to patch things over with laughter and affection, but none of it erased the truth. The moment she joked about regretting choosing me was when I realized she had forgotten my worth. The moment her sister spoke up, that was when I remembered it myself. Sometimes it takes someone else to remind you the value you've always